What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the garden. Today we will be doing, I believe, week 5 of the garden, maybe 6. Either way, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, to start, we've got some awesome growth for the pea plants. If you guys can see, we've got just point after point after point that's just being connected, and these guys are really just starting to kind of do exactly what we want them to do. It does stink because if I would have known they were going to shoot up like this, I probably would have tried to plant them a little bit closer to the corn. But again, as you can see, we've already got, let's see if we can see that. All right, as you can see, yeah, there we go. We got one flower there. We got a few flowers down there. Maybe one on that plant in the end. But again, awesome. Love to see that. Move on to the corn. You can see corn is about, I don't know if you probably can't tell, but it's about 3 feet tall. I'm about right at 6 foot, and it's just below, actually, it's just at my waist. So I think probably another month, and these guys will start putting off their fibers as well as their, I'm not sure if it's flowers, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure. But the tassels will come in to pollinate the areas, and then we'll go ahead and get that going. We'll keep a good eye on that for bud sites and all that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not really sure if corn flowers in the traditional way, because if I'm being honest, I've only ever seen rows and rows of it in the country, and it already has the corn on it for the most part, or it's in this stage. So with that being said, let's move on to the cabbage. You can see that these guys are just starting to really get going. This one's just been eaten by bugs so much, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, because as you can see, it's curling too. And as long as we just kind of keep an eye on it, I think we should be good. I don't want to use any kind of pesticides or anything like that. But again, not too bad, not too bad. Let's see if we can get this guy to look at that. I mean, that's huge. I don't think that these are the leaves you eat, but if it can, I will. This is what I'm very excited about. This and one other plant. So, as you can see, we started to train this guy to, he actually did that. I didn't do that, but we'll go ahead and wrap him around a few times, try to help him out a little bit, give him a little bit of a head start. But as you can see, he's already getting flowers down there. So it looks like we have 2 flowers, I believe. Oh, 3. We got 3 flowers down there at least. So the cucumbers are doing awesome. Ideally, he'll keep just going up, this one that way, and this one this way. And then we'll be able to see them a little bit easier. I'm kind of worried the flowers down there won't be seen by the bugs and the insects that'll pollinate. But again, if they do, awesome. If they don't, we'll just wait for the ones that come up here, because those will be very visible, which is why I try to do it with this trellis system. So super excited about that. Let's move on to the watermelon, which, as you can see, I believe it was vining out to here at the last time, and we've gone ahead and shifted him around. He's got two tentacles, or 2 veins, and I think one going back over there, as you can see. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, one right there as well, and actually not another one right there. So he's doing great. The plant is doing great. Love to see that. I'm actually gonna go around the other side because I think we have a cucumber. Yeah, we do. He's trying to escape. So what we're gonna do, this will actually probably benefit everything, but we're gonna go ahead and just stick him right in there. Try to get his leaves clear. Oops, sorry. There we go. At least train him up a little bit, and then that way he'll start growing that way. I say that, look at that. We've already got, let's see if we can get a close up. Oh, where did he go? Well, we did have a ladybug on there. So maybe we got some ground crawling bugs that'll pollinate these guys. I think it's actually 4 flowers, and there's one right in there too, if you can see. So the cucumber's doing awesome. Love to see that. May have planted these guys too close to each other, but growth-wise, it doesn't look like they're being hindered at all. So we'll keep those guys going. Moving on to the banana peppers. We have one banana pepper right here that's doing a lot better than all the other ones, but again, we've got so much foliage. We've got a lot of sites already that looks like they're gonna start growing. We got some buds right there, here, and they're just kind of popping with bud sites, so very excited to see that. They finally started to kind of fill out. And again, we've got some bug damage right there, but again, it's not something I'm really worried about. I wish I could worry about it, but again, don't want to have to worry about pesticides. Let me actually move over to the other side just because I'm now realizing that I'm in the sun, or I'm casting a shadow. So this guy is the Super Steak beefsteak tomatoes. Again, we got 3 of them right here, 1, 2, 3, and they are doing great as well. They'll be doing a lot better. I actually have a solution for all of this grass that's growing. As you can see, it's just taken over. I pulled out probably, felt like close to 10 pounds worth of leaves the Saturday after my last video, and it just came back full force within no time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take weed guard and I'm going to put strips of it. It's not going to kill all the grass, but at least until the next harvest, or until harvest and the next sowing, it should mitigate a lot of the residual grass that's creeping up, and ideally kill off enough of it that I can throw down a huge weed guard and not really have to worry about weighing it down, all that kind of stuff. While I will put mulch over the top, I just want to make sure it doesn't do the same thing it did last time. I put mulch and then 2 weeks later grass is growing everywhere, so we'll keep an eye on that. And this is the cherry tomato. Got 1 right here and then 1 right there. Believe, oh, maybe not, maybe just 2, which is totally fine. Cherry tomatoes, they often put off a massive amount of bunches, or a massive amount of bud sites, so we'll probably get anywhere from 40 to 50 per plant over the course of their life, maybe more, maybe less, but we'll keep an eye on that. We still have no carrots that I can see. Hope I didn't just pull a carrot, but again, I don't think I did. I'll have to look at that might be something, because that doesn't look like a weed I've seen. So, we'll see. I'm gonna go look, I'll look at I know what carrot tops look like, but I'm not entirely sure what they look like in a juvenile state. So I'll go ahead and research that and try to figure that out. So let's move on. Let's actually move this guy. Perfect, just like that. As you can see, we've just got bud sites for days. Let's see if we'll get a focus on that. There. So we've just got lots and lots and lots of bud sites, and as you can see, we've got our first guy coming in. So he started about 2 days ago, and he's already that big. Again, it'll probably take him a week and a half to get to his mature. Actually, probably closer to 2 weeks now that I think about it. But he's growing pretty fast, so who knows? Love it, and you can just see we've got sites there, here, all over the plant. So love to see that. I went ahead and trimmed off the majority of the leaves that were touching the ground down there. So it might be in a little bit of a state of shock. That was yesterday. But I think he's already figuring out what I was doing, so he's fine with the changes. But again, we will see. Our lettuce is all started to grow together, so you can see this is where the single one was. And we've got these 2 guys right here, which are pretty much almost ready to harvest, parts of it at least. I don't want to chop the entire thing down because that would just ruin its growth, but for the time being, not too bad. Moving on to the butter crunch lettuce. I'm just going to give up on the butter crunch. There is nothing here worth noting, and I don't think that there will be. Let me see if I can go ahead and zoom this out a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. Moving on to the kale, we have 1 right there, or 2 right there actually. 1 in the back, 1 right there, 1 right here. As you can see, quite the favorite for the bugs as well. Next time I think I'll end up just sowing more, and I probably won't have to sow nearly as much actually now that I think about it once all the weeds are gone. But we'll get to that. The beets are looking great. We've got some growth down there. Lots and lots of growth. Love the red color. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I believe you can actually just eat the beet tops as well. I would do that when I worked at a juice place that we'd juice beets and all that kind of stuff, and I would just eat the tops. So love that. So let's go ahead and move on to the rainbow carrots. Again, nothing here. Maybe actually right here. That might be one. But I'm hoping we get more than one rainbow carrot, because then you wouldn't be able to tell it was rainbow. Moving on to the spearmint. Not looking too bad. Again, he's bulking up. He's got this little sprig down here it was pretty small last time. It's probably about 4 inches now. Not too bad. I would like to think that given all these weeds would be gone, this thyme would just be going crazy, because as you can see, he's already greening up and really starting to grow now. He's starting to branch out, and love seeing that. So very excited about that. Went ahead, and this guy's not gonna have very much growth, the purple basil, but that's just because I went ahead and plucked a lot of this bottom stuff and then actually plucked the top, so you might be able to see 2 little sites where it's gonna branch out. So excited to see that. We'll see what happens, but again, I can't imagine this guy dies unless I just forget to water for a week and a half, but I don't plan to do that, so I like to keep them nice and well hydrated. Moving on to these guys, it is just about time to give these, ow, actually that's really sharp, give these guys a snip. We'll cut them down to about 2 inches each, and then we should see some decent growth within the next probably week or so, maybe 2 weeks. Ideally we'll just see some green on there. So that's gonna do it for this one. Again, like I said, what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I tweaked my back earlier in the week, so I didn't do it during the week, but what I'm gonna do is just between every spot that I can see, so like right there, actually I'll plant something right there probably, and then one on either side, and then try to get it in there too. Luckily with the corn, it's casting quite a great shadow, so you can see where, this is where the radishes were, and it really hasn't popped up too crazy with weeds, which is, I believe, to be based on this guy casting shade this way and this one that way. So I'm very excited to see that that is also kind of coming along. But we'll put the weed guard down wherever we see fit, ideally along these paths as well if I have enough. But if not, I'll probably go get some more. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Love to see the new subscribers too. I think we got 2 or 3 in the last week, so thank you guys. Glad to have you here. I hope you guys enjoyed the crack key. We actually have some sprouts now from the stuff that we planted probably a week and a half ago now, which was kind of surprising to me, but now it's all the thyme, rosemary, basil, and sage are all kind of starting to pop now. So we'll see that probably by the time that it's coming out. I'll put them in the next crack key video. I'll put them in the rock wool. So we'll see what happens with those guys, but again, already seeing some growth, which is what we love to see. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button, comment if you had anything to say. If you've got any suggestions, anything, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section down below, and we'll get a little repertoire going. But again, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, hit that bell. That way every time I release a video, you get a notification. And as always guys, enjoy your day. I'll see you guys next time.